What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you stopping by for the first time, do me a real quick favor. See that red subscribe button down below? Go ahead and push that and show your support for the channel. Those of you stopping by that have been here before, welcome back to TLTG Reviews, my friends. Glad you came to see me. So, story time. I saw Carlos and George released the video about the new Zaharoff flanker. So, apparently it's green light and we can talk about it now. So I got a story for you guys. Stay tuned. Yes, Carlos was the first one to smell it on video. It's great, isn't it? When I was in Chicago, I touched on this, that I actually stayed at George's house, and he was showing me a lot of things in the basement and, you know, a lot of the history and stuff like that. And just like when I came across the reject fragrance that he also discussed in that video, which me and Steve from Fragrance Fanatic did a video on already, telling that story, I ran across these lab samples and I sprayed them. We talked about it and I told George, I said, man, this is great. Why haven't you released it? There's actually two. So he had 5 bottles of each. So the one that Carlos got to smell and showed you guys is the 11-9-17 batch. This is the sandalwood heavy creamy version. The one that me and George both decided, it doesn't need to be released, is more oud heavy. This is the 11-21 of 17 batch. These were lab samples for Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. They both say Noir for Men. They're 18% concentration, but the oud one, it's good, don't get me wrong, but it's not something that everybody would be raving over like they do over Signature Pour Homme. So I understand why the oud one did not come out. And obviously Mon is the company. I mean, I hope you don't get mad, George, that they see the label. Is the company that takes care of these things. So this is, you can see the dent that has been put in this lab sample. So I asked George, he said, look, take them, test them, give me some feedback. Don't tell anybody you got them. Well, I don't know if this is gonna work. Because I told him, this is gorgeous. We both sprayed it on our wrist. We were talking about it, smelling it as it dried, discussing it. One of those things. We come to the conclusion over the last several weeks that it was meant to be that I went there, that I actually got him talking about this, got him smelling it, got my nose on it. So when I went and did collaborations with Steve from Fragrance Fanatic, I had the label. I had took the label off. You'll see the label comes off nice and easy because I've taken it off once before. I took the label off and got George's permission. Can I let Steve smell it? I'm just not gonna tell him what it is and get some feedback, because we can't just go off of my nose and your nose. We gotta get other opinions, George. He gave me the blessing. I let him smell it. He agreed. Very creamy, very beautiful. What is it? Can't tell you. No, it's not my fragrance. We had a good joke. No, I don't have a fragrance coming out. That's not what it is. But he agreed. Very creamy, very light. Smells kind of like Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme, but a lot creamier is what he said. He said, I know, right? It does kind of resemble that. So call George, give him the feedback. Lo and behold, Carlos is coming to town. To George, that is perfect. Carlos has a very mature nose. Now's your chance to get another opinion. Get his opinion, spray the damn thing, let's see what Carlos thinks. That'll be a third opinion, aside from your own, on yay or nay. It's gotta be unanimous. And lo and behold, you all got to see what Carlos thought about it on the video. It's a winner. So this is going to be the flanker for Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. What it's gonna be called yet, I'm not sure. But as soon as I saw, as soon as I was told that video was coming out and as soon as I saw it release, I told George, I said, so I guess it's green light and I can talk about it now? He said, yes, by all means. If you want to tell the story, tell the story. So here we are. This isn't about some fragrance review or anything. I just wanted to discuss with you guys the story behind it, because I love telling these stories. I love being a part of this stuff because it's fantastic. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys. When you actually get to smell this, if you like Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme, you're gonna like this one. It's a lighter, creamier version. There's a little pineapple in it, and it's heavy on the sandalwood. The oud's dialed back. There's definitely myrrh. There's lavender. But I'm telling you guys, when you finally get to smell this, when the production happens, it's another home run fragrance, guys. You're gonna love it. Now, the oud one, it's okay. Not something that's would be highly rated, that's just gonna be a superstar, critically acclaimed fragrance like Signature Pour Homme is, which I have in my bottle right here. The sandalwood fragrance will be. It's awesome. Carlos, I'm so glad you got your nose on it. Absolutely wanted your opinion. I personally value your opinion, and I told George that was he values your opinion as well. So that's an ideal scenario to get the final seal of approval on if this is the one, or is it back to the drawing board to get the flanker. So lo and behold, the entire time George Zaharoff did not realize he had his next fragrance in his home since 2017. So a little bit of story time for you guys. You know, as you can see, I can keep a secret. You know, once it came out, it's like, all right, I can talk about it. So I called him up. Hey, can I tell the story? Yeah, by all means, tell the story. I gotta say, it's great, guys. You're gonna love it. But until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate all the feedback. It's interesting. It's something different. It's something you guys probably were not expecting to see in this video. I have no idea what I'm gonna title it. Am I gonna title it Zaharoff Storytime, or I have no idea. We'll see what the title will be, but I do have one thing that nobody else has except for George Zaharoff, is that oud heavy fragrance. It's okay, like I said, but the flanker that's coming, whatever it ends up being named, it's great. You guys are gonna see what I'm talking about. And I'm sure he'll be doing samples like he did with Signature Pour Homme. But until next time, I will say, once you guys finally get to smell this, and you give it a spray now, you're probably gonna think George, me, Steve, and Carlos later on. Have a good one, guys.